Welcome back to the Curiosity Cave. Um, this episode, number 18, I believe, we're going to go through Preacher Row through, let's see how far we should go today, Johnny Schmitz. We'll start with Preacher Row here. This is his 1952 black and white version. He does have a 50, 51, and a 53, which is a tan colored version. And he was a pretty good pitcher for the Dodgers there. He retired the year before their big year of 1955, but pretty good lefty. And love those old Sagi uniforms those guys wore. Next up is Bob Rogers, or Buck Rogers, as he was nicknamed. This is a 65-66 version, black and white. And he had pretty much played his whole career with the Angels. Better known as a manager in the modern, well, maybe not modern, but pre-modern era here. Minnesota Twins, Rich Rollins. He's one of the tougher cards to get. At least for me, he was. Because he was printed in the 65-66 era. And he was a pretty good player for the Twins. 1965 American League Championship season. And he led the league in triples one year with 10. I think that was maybe 64. But he's pretty frequent guest at the Roger Maris Celebrity Golf Tournament, and really nice guy. Love his old glasses, the old time baseball from the 60s. Here we have Pete Runnels stat pack from 63. As you can see, he hit over 300 quite often. Wasn't a big slugger, no. Still was a pretty consistent hitter through that time. Nice kneeling pose with a couple bats in his hand. Pretty cool card. Here are both versions of the Johnny Sane card. The one on the left is the black and white from 1952. And the other one is the tan colored from 49 through 51, and again in 53. They both say Made in USA on the bottom. Both say exhibit card. It's one of those that initially the An exhibit card was printed in 1949. There's the USA on the other side. But the same card was printed over and over through 1953. Only difference, 52 was the black and white version. And yes, I can't say Johnny Sane without thinking Spawn and Sane and Pray for Rain in the old Braves days. And this is Johnny with the Braves, Boston Braves. Here's Ron Santo. This one's printed 64, 65, or 66. There's a stat back version from 63. So he does have two different variations in reality. Great third baseman for the Cubs. Always sorry to hear that when his health started deteriorating, he's gone too soon. Loved to watch him play, though, back in the day. Next, we have another Cub player, Hank Sauer. His cards ran from 1950 through 1957. You can see the 52 black and white on the left, and on the right is the card that was printed every year from 50 through 57 with the tan tint to it. He does have a 1951 dark border card. So there are actually 3 versions of Hank Sauer, slugger for the Chicago Cubs. Okay, here's a fun one. Carl Swatsky. I think if you look, you can see the difference right there. The one on the left with the Milwaukee Braves. That's from 1958. The one in the center with the P on the cap for the Phillies. That's from 1959. And the one on the right is the black and white plain cap version. There's also a tan version, and that was printed in 1960. The tan version was 1961. So I need one more for the rainbow of Carl Swatsky. Good catcher. You can see the Braves and the Phillies there. I really like the catcher's mitt there. Awesome pose. And they'll say printed in USA on the bottom. Johnny Schmitz, World War II veteran, served 3 years. Came back and pitched for the Cubs. He led the league in losses 1 year with 18 losses. The next year he came back and he won 18 games. Was traded to the Dodgers. He played through the 50s. This card is printed between 54 and 57. It has an unusual printed in USA with all caps. Those appear to be a little bit more difficult to find. This is the only version of Johnny's card, but another good old Chicago Cub, nice lefty. And thank you all for watching. I enjoy going through my exhibits again and again and again. I just like the full body poses. And thanks everybody for watching, and hope you all have a great week.